It's a quiet morning on the ranch. The birds are singing, and the sun is just starting to rise. The peace of the early morning is comforting, and for a moment, everything feels right. But then my phone rings. 911 dispatch. I freeze, my heart skipping a beat. I know this number, and I know what's coming. Sir, you're trespassing on private property. Leave the ranch immediately. It's Stella Worthington, the woman who has made it clear she wants my land. The land I've worked for, the land that's my brother Eddie's sanctuary. She's using her son, Trevor, in a fight over custody, and now she's coming after everything we have. She demands the deed to the ranch by sunrise. Or else. I can feel the anger building in me, but underneath it, there's something else, fear. Not just for the land, but for Eddie, for his peace, for everything we've built here. 5 years ago, I bought this ranch, not for money or status, but because Eddie needed it. He was struggling after years of fighting in the war. His mind was broken, and the demons he fought on the battlefield wouldn't leave him alone. This land wasn't just a piece of property. It was home. It gave Eddie the peace he'd been searching for, the kind of peace you can't buy, the kind that only comes from a place where you can breathe again. But when Stella and Trevor saw the land, they saw an opportunity. They didn't care about peace. They cared about making money. They didn't just want the land. They wanted everything Eddie and I had built here. That's when the fight started. It all started with a broken fence. At first, I thought it was an accident, maybe someone passing through. But when I saw the tire tracks cutting across the pasture, I knew something wasn't right. Eddie called me a few days later, his voice shaking. Tom, the fence, it's been cut. Micah told me this was no mistake. This was intentional. Someone was coming for what we had worked so hard for. I kept my calm. For now, I needed more evidence. So I set up motion-activated cameras around the ranch. And over the next few weeks, I watched. And what I saw was worse than I thought. Trevor wasn't just a careless trespasser. He was scouting our land, mapping it out, looking for ways to take it from us. The time came when I knew I had to face Stella. I had the evidence, and it was clear this was not just about land. I met her at the barn. She stood there, calm, composed, but underneath I could see the fear. She was used to getting her way, but not today. Mr. Bridgewater, she said, her tone smooth as silk. I'm here to make you an offer you can't refuse. I didn't hesitate. I refuse. You're not getting this land. Her eyes narrowed, and for the first time, I saw her mask slip. You'll regret this, Tom. You don't know who you're dealing with. But I wasn't afraid. I had truth on my side. The court papers came. Legal language, filled with promises and empty words. Stella's legal team claimed that Trevor needed the land for his children, but I knew the truth. They weren't after children's welfare. They were after control. The battle moved into the courtroom. For the next few weeks, I fought with everything I had, gathering evidence, calling in favors, putting together a case that would protect the ranch, protect Eddie. But it wasn't just about legal documents anymore. It was about keeping our family safe, about protecting the peace we had worked so hard for. The day of the court hearing arrived. The room was tense, heavy with the weight of everything that happened. I knew this moment would define the rest of our lives. I took the stand, my hand steady as I laid out the evidence. Footage of Trevor's trespassing, his planning, his manipulation. Then Angela, Trevor's ex-wife, took the stand. And everything changed. She revealed Trevor's dark past, his history of lying, manipulating, and using his children as pawns. The truth came crashing down, and I could see the shock on Stella's face as it all unraveled. The judge made his ruling quickly. The ranch was ours. Stella didn't go quietly. She tried to turn the town against us, tried to manipulate the people into believing her lies. But it wasn't enough. Bill Henderson, the neighbor who had stood by us from the start, spoke out. This land isn't just Tom's. It's ours. It's the future of this town, and we're not going to let anyone take it from us. The town council voted to protect the ranch, and the town rallied behind us. This wasn't just about land anymore. It was about family, community, and a shared future. After the dust had settled, Eddie and I stood together on the porch, looking out at the land we had fought for. I thought I lost everything, Tom, Eddie said, his voice thick with emotion. But this place, it's given me something I thought I'd never have again. I put my hand on his shoulder. "You found your peace," said he. We both did. For the first time in years, Eddie smiled, a real smile. And for me, that was the greatest victory of all. The ranch was safe. We had won. But this victory was about more than just land. It was about what we had built together, a place where peace could grow, where families could heal, and where the future was brighter. As the sun set on another day at the ranch, I knew this fight wasn't just about us anymore. It was about everyone who had found their way here, our neighbors, our friends, our family. And in the end, that was what mattered.